Should you buy the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 or the Osmo Action 5? These cameras are very different. They both are very small and compact and very fun to use, but they have several different features that make it a little bit challenging to choose which of them you want. So the Osmo Pocket 3 has a gimbal built in, so you get super smooth footage, and this one just looks very crisp, and I find sometimes I honestly think it looks kind of like a DSLR. This is a lot of fun to use, although to get it to point where you want, you will have to mess with all the different movement modes, and also you have to use the joystick to adjust the angle, and you have to use an SD card with this one. It also does not have a removable battery, but you can recharge it from the bottom using USB-C, or you can also get the extended battery as well. The Osmo Action is quite a bit different to use. It has a screen on the front of it and a screen on the back of it, but with the Osmo Pocket, you can actually just reverse the camera if you want to be able to see the screen. So the front screen is really cool, but it's also completely unnecessary with the Osmo Pocket 3. Another thing that's really different between these is the field of view. So the Osmo Action 5 has a 155-degree field of view, so very wide. It gives you that action camera look. You can make it a little bit tighter with some of the stabilization features, but it's still very wide. So you see absolutely everything with this camera, and it really doesn't look super cinematic, but it's a great camera if you want to capture a ton of action and if you need to make sure you can get the whole scene in it. This also has incredible stabilization on the video modes, including the rock steady, and you can also do horizon balancing, which is just insane to rotate the camera, but you see that it stays completely level with the horizon balancing. But I find the rock steady looks really good as well, and it gives you almost gimbal-like smoothness. But the Osmo Pocket 3 footage just looks really good to me. It has a little bit more crispness to it, and it just feels more like you shot it with a full-size camera, like a mirrorless camera or a full-frame camera. So overall, I think I prefer the Osmo Pocket 3's video quality, and the gimbal is just really hard to beat, but the Osmo Action 5 is also really cool to use. You get very stable footage, and it's a little bit easier to just point it directly at whatever you want and to hold it stable with the built-in stabilization modes as well. So I feel like this one's a little bit easier to use, but for most people, I would recommend the Osmo Pocket 3 because this one gives you better footage, and you can also do things like subject tracking and make the camera actually follow along with you. This one just has better image quality. So most people, I would recommend getting the Osmo Pocket 3 unless you need something that's a little bit more durable for action use, and then I would recommend getting the Osmo Action 5 instead.